mighty orders of primordial force manipulators work exclusively under the supervision of the architects of the Master Universe, and at the present time they do not function extensively within the boundaries of the Grand Universe. Primary Master Force Organizers are the manipulators of the primordial or basic space forces of the unqualified Absolute. They are nebulae creators. They are the living instigators of the energy cyclones of space and the early organizers and directionizers of these gigantic manifestations. These force organizers transmute primordial force, pre-energy not responsive to direct paradise gravity, into primary or puissant energy, energy transmuting from the exclusive grasp of the unqualified Absolute to the gravity grasp of the Isle of Paradise. They are thereupon succeeded by the associate force organizers, who continue the process of energy transmutation from the primary through the secondary or gravity energy stage. Upon the completion of the plans for the creation of a local universe, signalized by the arrival of a creator's sun, the associate master force organizers give way to the orders of power directors acting in the super-universe of astronomic jurisdiction. But in the absence of such plans, the associate force organizers continue on indefinitely in charge of these material creations, even as they now operate in outer space. The master force organizers withstand temperatures and function under physical conditions which would be intolerable even to the versatile power centers and physical controllers of Orvanton. The only other types of revealed beings capable of functioning in these realms of outer space are the solitary messengers and the inspired Trinity spirits. Sponsored by a universal censor, acting by authority of the Ancients of Days on Uversa. 7. Ministry of the Sekanophim. The Sekanophim have their origin and headquarters on the capitals of the super-universes, but with their liaison fellows, they range from the shores of paradise to the evolutionary worlds of space. They serve as valued assistants to the members of the deliberative assemblies of the supergovernments, and are of great help to the courtesy colonies of Uversa, the star students, millennial tourists, celestial observers, and a host of others, including the ascendant beings in waiting for Havona transport. The Ancients of Days take pleasure in assigning certain of the primary Sekanophim to assist the ascending creatures domiciled on the 490 study worlds surrounding Uversa, and here also do many of the secondary and tertiary orders serve as teachers. These Uversa satellites are the finishing schools of the universes of time, presenting the preparatory course for the seven-circuited University of Havona. Of the three orders of Sekanophim, the tertiary group attached to the ascendant authorities minister most extensively to the ascending creatures of time. You will on occasion meet them soon after your departure from Urantia, though you will not freely make use of their services until you reach the tarrying worlds of Orvanton. You will enjoy their companionship when you become fully acquainted with them during your sojourn on the Uversa school worlds. These tertiary Sekanophim are the time-savers, space-abridgers, error detectors, faithful teachers, and everlasting guideposts, living signs of divine surety, in mercy placed at the crossroads of time, there to guide the feet of anxious pilgrims in moments of great perplexity and spiritual uncertainty. Long before attaining the portals of perfection, you will begin to gain access to the tools of divinity and to make contact with the techniques of deity. Increasingly, from the time you arrive on the initial mansion world until you close your eyes in the Havona sleep preparatory to your paradise transit, you will avail yourself of the emergency help of these marvelous beings, who are so fully and freely reflective of the sure knowledge and certain wisdom of those safe and dependable pilgrims who have preceded you on the long journey to the portals of perfection. We are denied the full privilege of using these angels of the reflective order on Urantia. They are frequent visitors on your world, accompanying assigned personalities, but here they cannot freely function. This sphere is still under partial spiritual quarantine, and some of the circuits essential to their services are not here at present. When your world is once more restored to the reflective circuits concerned, much of the work of interplanetary and inter-universe communication will be greatly simplified and expedited. Celestial workers on Urantia encounter many difficulties because of this functional curtailment of their reflective associates, but we go on joyfully conducting our affairs with the instrumentalities at hand, notwithstanding our local deprivation of many of the services of these marvelous beings, the living mirrors of space and the presence projectors of time. Sponsored by a mighty messenger of Uversa.